afternoon, Yalatim, and welcome back to more Children's Torah Stories. We now have the last story of the hero who has taken us through so much over more than a month of stories, David. David is now an older man. He is at the end of his life, and he's not going to be the king for much longer. But the question is, who will be the king? Well, one of his sons, called Adoniyahu. You say that with me, Yaladim? Adoniyahu. Adoniyahu decides, I will be the king after my father. Now, we can understand why he said that, because after all, David hasn't actually told anybody who is going to be king after him. And so Adoniyahu decides, well, it might as well be me. I'll become the king. And he was a lot like Avshalom. Handsome, clever, people liked him. And he went speaking to a bunch of different people who would say, yes, we think you should be the king. One of them, remember, one of the most powerful men in the kingdom, Yoav. Yes, I agree. You would be the best king after your father. I'm on your side with this one. Thank you, Yoav. I greatly appreciate your support. But there were a lot of people that he didn't invite to a special party. I'm going to have a special party where I will say that I will become the new king. Who wants to come to my special party? I'll be there. But you know who I'm not inviting? I am not inviting Natan the Navi. Hello, Natan. Hello. I am the Navi. I hear the word of Hashem. Well, you can't come to my party. Oh. Maybe it's because he doesn't want me to tell him what Hashem says. Maybe Hashem doesn't think that he should be the king. Meanwhile, even if David didn't say much, who does David want to be the king? Well, we've mentioned before that David was married to a few different people. He was married to Princess Michal, and he was married to Abigail, and he was married, I'm just going to use the same puppet again, and he was married to Bathsheba. Now the truth is, David and Bathsheba, they got into trouble together. You remember? They did some Hagi Kesi, even though Bathsheba was already married. Naughty, naughty. A smack on each of your heads for doing that. But they did say sorry to Hashem. And actually, out of all of his wives, Bathsheba was the one who David loved the most. And Bathsheba had a son. Bathsheba's son, Bathsheba and David's son together, he was named Shlomo. Hello, Shlomo. Hello, everyone. I'm Shlomo. I'm 13 years old. And I'm David and Bathsheba's son. And Shlomo, what's your name in English? Well, in English, they call me Solomon. Sometimes they call me Soli or Sol. But in Hebrew, it's Shlomo or Shloimi or Shloimala. If my mommy wants me to do something, she calls me Shloimala. But that's who I am. I'm Shlomo. Well, David and Bathsheba were talking one day. And Bathsheba says, hello, my lovely husband, David. Hello, my lovely wife, Bathsheba. David, who do you want to be king after you? Well, Bathsheba, after me, the king should be our son, Shlomo. Oh, will you go and tell everybody that, please? One day I will. Not yet. No, I'm a bit tired. I'll talk to you a little bit later. Well, while they had been planning that, Adoniyahu, remembers, decides, I will be the next king. Hooray, tra-la-la. And he went off to have a special party. And he started inviting people. And he said, I am going to say that I am going to be the next king. Well, Natan heard about this, and Natan ran to tell Bathsheba. Bathsheba. Yes, Natan, Bathsheba, something very important. Adoniyahu is planning. Just pausing for a second while we get the zoom back. Sorry about that, Yeladim. We lost the connection for a minute. Natan came running. Bathsheba. Yes, Natan. What is it? Something very important. Adoniyahu is planning to be the next king. Oh no. It's worse than just oh no. This could be a disaster. Why? Why would it be such a disaster? Because once Adoniyahu is king, he will put Shlomo in jail. Why would he do that? Because any of his brothers could say, no, you shouldn't be the king, I should be the king. Maybe they'll get an army, maybe they'll get people following them, and you can end up with a situation like we had times before, where there's two people saying, I'm the king of the Jewish people, no, I'm the king of the Jewish people, no, I'm army, fighty, bashy, smashy. Is that what we want, Yeladim? No way, Jose. Absolutely not. And so, that is what Natan says. You need to know that Adoniyahu has planned to do this. Oh no, Natan, what should we do? How are we going to make sure that Shlomo becomes the king, as David said, instead of going to jail? Well, here is my plan. I want you to go and speak to David first and tell him what's happening. And in the meantime, I will then come in and talk to him as well. Okay, I'll go do that. David. Yes, Bathsheba? David, how are you feeling today? Oh, I'm fine, thank you. How are you? I'm really worried, David. I'm really sad. Oh no, Bathsheba, what's wrong? Well, David, you promised me that our son Shlomo would be the next king. Yes, so? Well, in the meantime, Adoniyahu's having a big party and he's inviting people and he's saying that he's going to be the king of the Jewish people and then he's going to go and put Shlomo in jail. Oh no, this is the first I'm hearing about this, Bathsheba. Knock, knock, knock. Who is it? It's Natan. Come on in, Natan. Hello, David. David, something very important. Did you hear about Adoniyahu? Bathsheba was just telling me. Adoniyahu says that he wants to become the king of the Jewish people. He's going to put Shlomo in jail. Oh no, this is terrible. Well, I think we need to do something about it right away. Okay, because you are right. I did promise that Shlomo can be the next king. Bathsheba, come back. Yes, David? Bathsheba, I promise by Hashem that Shlomo will be the king after me, and I will make sure that this definitely happens. Let me call 3 very important people. I want Natan the Navi. Here I am. I want Tzadok the Kohen Gadol. Here I am, your majesty. What can I do for you? And I want one of my best soldiers, Benayahu ben Yehoyada. Here I am. I'm Benayahu. I'm here. Okay, the 3 of you are my special team. Natan, Tzadok, and Benayahu. I want you to go take my soldiers and take Shlomo and go down to the valley of Gichon. And when you get there, you're going to... Ooh, we've lost the connection again. Okay, my great team of Tzadok the Kohen, Natan the Navi, and Benayahu the army boss. I want you to go down to the valley of Gichon with Shlomo, and you will blow the shofar. And then you will say, long live King Shlomo, long live King Shlomo, and he will become the next king of the Jewish people. And while Adoniyahu was still having his party, ere I say, fellas, won't you pass the cocktail drinks? Yes, we are now going to have a special ceremony to talk about who's going to be there. Doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. Hey, what is that sound? Sounds like the shofar. Coming from the valley of Gichon. What could that be? I can hear shouting. I can hear shouting. That shouting is where we have our three special guys, Natan, Tzadok, and Benio, all shouting, Shlomo is the king. Shlomo will be the new king. Hi, everyone. I'm Shlomo. I'm going to be the new king. What? What? How could this be? What has happened? And then Shlomo is now going to be the king instead of Adoniyahu. He's not going to go to jail. And David called him in. Shlomo, oh Shlomo. Yes, father. Shlomo, soon I am going to leave and you are going to be the king instead. And I want you always to do the right thing. Listen to Hashem. Be strong and be good. Will you do that? Yes. Yes, I will. Okay, Shlomo, you will be the next king of the Jewish people after me. You have such an important and special job to do because you will be in charge of Hashem's special people in Hashem's special land. And you must make sure that they do the right thing, that they are strong and protected, and that you do all you can to help them. Will you do that? I will, Father. Do you promise? I will. Okay. Well done, Shlomo. And I'm sure that you will be an excellent king. And not too long after that, because David was quite old, he died. And Shlomo took over as the new king of the Jewish people. And that is how we have finished the story of David after all this time. And we are about to start a new set of stories. The stories of Shlomo. Will Shlomo be good or bad? Will he do wonderful things or will he make lots of mistakes? Find out next time on our next exciting episode of Children's Torah Stories. Bye!